I'm out of here.
Ready? Kim, calling meeting order at 1 o'clock. Okay, number 2, adoption of the agenda. Over in a second on that. I'll second it. There's a couple of additions. One is to add the minutes of the special meeting from yesterday to this agenda. Yep. And the other one is to add Manitoba Hydro. Yeah, that's good enough explanation right there. Okay, good. Number 4, delegations. At 1 o'clock, we have Power View RCMP. They're not here right now.
Just walking in.
I'm just walking now.
Okay,
First, where you forgot, you had to, all in favor of the resolution.
oh, number two, adoption of the agenda. We have a mover and a seconder. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor, carry it. So now we'll just wait till.
So now you've got through the minutes.
You can do the minutes too. 3.1.
If you look at your
Mover and a
agenda,
seconder for approval of the minutes.
And stick his finger up, so he's sorry.
Board. Yep. Any discussion?
No, we're ready.
Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor, carried.
so your detailed agenda would be on your screen. You, better than,
Yeah, either way.
it might be better, okay? Here's the comment.
Special meeting.
Special meeting.
3.1 special meeting. From yes.
Oh, 3.1, sorry. So I can't see the resolution. Be it resolved that the minutes of the special meeting of council dated May 11th, 2026 be adopted as presented. Well, we have a mover Ken and the seconder was Diane.
Yeah, and yep.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor, carried. Okay, now we're at 1 o'clock. Our delegation 4.1. And just on time is Staff Sergeant Buckman. Howdy. It looks like you just got back from a vacation or something. Good.
It wasn't a vacation.
No, I don't. But you're looking good with the sunglasses on. Thanks very much for attending the meeting. Ready to head with your presentation. Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part.
Did you have a presentation for us?
Or just a verbal.
Yeah, we could just go over some stats there.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have the floor. I don't know, the only person you don't, oh, no, there's 2 people in here. We have a new CAO coming in, that's Jocelyn Whaley.
Nice to meet you. This is Matt out here.
And I'm very sorry again, this is our new public, Dan
point.
Lavoie is our new public works officer or city manager.
They're incoming.
Yeah.
July 12th, I think, is the last
Okay.
day of handoff.
Like 10,
July 12th.
we're done for like 10, yeah. Well, the Sunday is
You're on retainer for another couple of months, aren't you?
after that, yeah.
Hank Kruger.
Yeah.
Hank Kruger. Nice to meet you.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm glad to see you back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, excellent job while I was gone.
So just. Matt and I are still kind of going over how we want to do our reporting for, so we've basically just got raw data here that we've printed off for you guys to have a look at. It'll give you all the same information. You can look at it and maybe we can work together, see what you guys are looking at for information from us as well. But overall, this is just based on, stats from this past quarter, so from January 1st to the end of March. And basically in there, we see crime down a little bit overall for the area and for specifically the Orlando of Alexander. We've also added in here, printed off the stats for Power View, our entire area, just so you can see where you guys kind of fit in and looking at it quickly. It's pretty consistent year after year that the RM makes up maybe 13% of our calls, call volume. So just to put that in perspective. Story of our volume is like just in numbers would be traffic enforcement. We're pretty high in stats there. I was actually surprised to see that I've been off for a while. So that's kind of the first I've seen that. a lot of our volume comes from, we call them kind of the nuisance types of calls, like well-being checks or, suspicious person. There's a lot of that happening in our area. Specific to the RM. Property crime isn't super high, but it's there. And it kind of goes hand in hand with our, not hand in hand, but there's a comparison there with our, violent crime. Violent crime obviously is where we put our attention into it, and our clearance rates are much higher.
Did you say
Violent crime,
violent crime?
so assaults, weapons offenses, things like that.
Okay,
So those typically are what keep us the busiest, I guess, or where we have to put our time and energy into it, because we're looking for those people to take the other people safe, depending on somebody's at risk if we don't get those people. The clearance rates aren't as high when it comes to the property crimes, mischiefs, break and enters, things like that. They're there, but for some obvious reasons, they don't take the same high priority that we're getting with the violent crimes, where we've got to run to somebody's getting beaten up right now. That's gonna drop everything. That's where the focus is gonna be. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Like there's, I mean, you can delve into it and take a little bit, so we have questions ask us, but overall, that's kind of what we're seeing.
I guess what I'll do right now is just ask if anybody has a question right now. I know that somebody has a question that they want to go into camera for, so we'll ask right now if there's any questions before we do that. Any questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I was at a meeting the other night. I went to bingo and there was a whole pile of people. They all know I'm a counselor. And there were quite irate of people from Lester Beach, Traverse Bay, Hillside Beach regarding Victoria Beach Police. Victoria Beach, the police force would say they do a very good job. They go over and above what they should be doing. I made 2 trips into Victoria Beach in 5 minutes. I had to run somebody down, come back on number, and all the people are complaining. They have a radar sitting on number Albert Beach Road and 59. Okay, so if you're speeding coming up to or whatever, you know, they're stopping people. And I guess when people were really irate was they left one night at bingo. You don't fool around with bingo people, but anyhow, Victoria Beach Police had a check stop in Victoria Beach. And people wanted to go home. You know, it's 10 o'clock at night. They're out for 3 hours already. And he says they're lined up every person that was going, back into Alexander. She said they were checking every vehicle. I guess the people were very annoyed. And I don't think we can do anything about that, can we? Or that's up to them, or? Well, what I'm saying is,
It doesn't really touch on us. It might be a conversation more for this RM to talk to the Victoria Beach RM about just if there's concerns.
Okay.
Or building relationships there, but like, as far as we're concerned, they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, well, that's the same with me. I said, they're doing their job, but it is annoying, and they don't like, I guess we're a small community. They don't want somebody pointing, going into Victoria Beach and you got the radar gun coming out his window and he's checking every person that's going into
I
Victoria
think
Beach.
it's the border and they're checking all of those people.
Well, yeah.
Alexander.
I just want to let you know about that. So. And one more thing too is, you guys use Victoria Beach Police quite often.
We've got a good working relationship with them for sure.
Because there was 26 calls a while back, that we know of for sure, that you called Victoria Beach and, to do
For help.
to help. I guess I don't want to say do your work. No, I know you guys are busy, I don't know how to phrase it, tell you honest truth, but you know what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
People don't like it.
What are you asking what the calls are for, or?
Well, no, what I know, you called them 26 times, for Victoria Beach Police to come and check things in our area.
Actually, there was a question like this before, and it was to do with, well, they said that they were called, they were trying
they haven't
to,
been compensated for it.
they were trying to tell us their relevance. And I said, well, what are those calls for? Like, are they just because they're going to tell somebody they need to phone home, or like, what kind of calls are they? Are they severe crime, or, that's the only question I had.
No, the only thing is that
We-
what came out of that was that basically they're responding to calls in the arm of Alexander and they're not getting paid for it and they feel that they should be. That
Well,
was a big chunk of what they're.
I was just trying to find out what the relevance was, like, were they
That was-
important
that was
calls,
big.
or were they important calls, or were they for suspicious person?
Have to check with Mike to see where he's coming from with that, because.
I know you guys are busy, but that would be a question that would be a good answer for.
Yeah, because it would probably impact how we would make those phone calls for sure, because. There was an event last summer where we did specifically call them, ask them help, but we got the bill for that, and we paid that bill,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that, that's good to know too.
but
Obviously, I wasn't around.
that was a unique scenario.
And I'm
They
glad you
said, I
said.
think it was 40 calls, they actually said that they.
Yeah, and we
responded
never
to.
did get an answer back. It'd be kind of nice to know, like, 40 calls, oh my God, is it 40 murders?
Calls over the
Or is
period
that
of a year.
40
Yeah.
calls to cabinetry? I don't know what it is. So it'd be kind of nice to know what severity the calls were.
I don't.
Because they're trying to, they want to be our police force, and we like you guys to be our police force. And it's nice that if they are called by you guys, then come on in, or no problem. But if they're not,
Mhm.
I'd like to know what the severity of the calls were.
I can give you a few examples. Not to maybe last year, but prior to that, just because I was around last year and remember the fire we had in Traverse Bay? We had before the fires going, like house fires in other areas.
Right.
And they basically took over that whole area from us. So that'd be a good example of, where
Right.
we lean on them hard for that. Traffic accidents, if there's an accident, then they're right there. They can get there a lot quicker than us. We might ask them to go there.
Meantime, that's a meantime, no.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else, like. We may do check stops, on 59 there together somewhere too, just to look for impaired driving, things like that.
You're asking them to,
We're working together. It's sometimes they're asking us, sometimes we're asking them, and
but you would be doing those check stops together, not just them coming into our tree and doing.
right,
Yeah, that's fine.
typically, or suspicious person in skulking around, or vehicle skulking around Traverse Bay corner there somewhere. They'd be in a better position if we're tied up to not be able to respond right.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to check on it. So those are just some of the examples that I can think of off the top of my head there, but not specific to last year, because I think we'd have to.
But it's almost like, it's not that, they're not coming out and saying, hey, you guys need us over there, there's 40 murder calls, it's. But you don't even tell us, what are the calls for?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But just one more thing, I'm not gonna mention about our dumps being broken into every second night. I'll just been passing this one and that's it too. So I'll leave it at that, as we all know about, and there's really nothing we can do about it, tell you honest truth, they just keep on coming.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
they damage stuff and, last year, the year before, we were up to $100,000 damage. And if it keeps on, that means our insurance is gonna go sky high, so, anyhow, that's another thing, but we all know about.
Definitely aware of it, so they've talked about it.
Yeah.
Matt and I were talking about it today there too, and one of the people that were involved, we have charged, I think you filled everybody in on that, so they're on conditions not to be in the area right now, so that was the main character from those ones, I guess,
That's almost a year going on.
bit more a year ago now.
And overall, I wanna thank you very, very much for your work. I see you're very busy in Pine Falls the last few days. I was in Pine Falls Saturday night and a few nights before. You guys are doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Yeah, good.
I think there's a question for in camera, I'll move that we go in camera, is there a seconder?
Yeah, I can second that if you wish.
We're gonna go in camera, it won't be long for this one, it won't be like the other. So now we can record again.
Yes,
We're moving back into the regular meeting, or yes, we're moving back into the regular meeting. Is there any more questions of relegation today? No, everybody's good. I just want to thank you again for doing an excellent job and for coming in and answering some of our questions today and giving us
Oh,
update.
I have a question.
Appreciate it. Oh,
I have a question.
oh, there we go.
So with all this reporting that we were doing, we were calling toll free line. And then I believe when you were here, you told us to call the 2222 number.
That's right. Yeah.
So is that still the number to
That's
call?
still the case. And in fact, we don't even take over the counter complaints anymore. If you,
Okay,
over the counter complaints have to be, called in.
they all have to be called and no
Yeah.
counter complaints. Okay, so that's good to know because we were calling it the toll free number, as you know, and then we started calling the,
36742s.
yeah.
And
Um,
is there an internet number or no? Just that phone number and that's it?
No, we gotta be careful, cause that stuff would need to be monitored if,
Okay.
we're doing that, so like some places have Facebook or whatever, but.
So if someone were to go into your office and literally say, hey, there's a guy down the road, he's stealing something, you would still expect them to phone you?
They need to call because it needs to be routed through the dispatch system. So
That's
that's,
a pleasure. Sorry,
yeah, it's,
sorry.
it comes down
That's-
to how,
What if they don't have a phone? What if it's, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
there has to be an exception on occasion. That's all I'm getting at.
I'm interchanging.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I just, yeah. It's a little bit frustrating for some people who might not have a phone available, right? Not everyone carries a cell phone.
You have all the
Especially
same
our seniors.
office staff?
So,
I don't mean the same people, but the same amount.
We're running too short right now.
Is that why you're not taking?
So that's across the division.
Okay, so that's all.
it's really unfortunate.
It's more for the reporting part to make sure
Yeah.
things don't get missed and, everything's reported.
Okay.
There's data in that phone call that gets used to show response times, clearance times. So that all goes into factoring, calculating numbers, how many members, RVDs, how many members, whatever attachment needs to.
I appreciate the direct phone line, to be honest. I do appreciate that. I am concerned about some seniors who might not have a cell phone and that are unable
Very
to take that
frustrating.
call, right? So they might get lost in the.
Anyway, was there any more questions? Thank you very much again.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, good to see you back.
Yeah, glad you're back.
I should be retiring soon, aren't you?
Unless you know something more than I do.
Figured after having the last year off, it might have been just kind of like a pre-retirement.
I tried it out, it kind of sucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Okay, where are you all?
Good to see you. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just very nice. See you.
Okay, so 1, 3, and
5.1.
5 is legislative finance, general checks. You want to second it? I'll move it. Second, I'll second it. Any discussion? No, seeing none, call for it. All those in favor, carry.
Just read it.
Mayor Briscoe, we
Sorry,
should
go
read the resolution.
Okay. I'm not gonna go off of this sheet anymore, then I'll just go right off of this.
Sure.
Yes.
Whereas general checks for the period May 12th, 2026 have all been examined and found to be in order. Now therefore be it resolved the total amount of $19,523,052 for check numbers 202-60240 through 202-60257 and EFT payments of $363,296.59 numbers 260-181 through 260-214 inclusive be hereby approved for payment. Any discussion, carrying on, call for the vote, all those in favor, carried. Gonna be a lot of reading now.
Well, you got discretionary grant there.
Now I can't put a check on here. Is that all I have to do? Do I not need to read the number? I don't know where on the agenda. I am.
5.2.
It's 5.2.
Yeah.
Be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of Alexander authorized Deputy Mayor Kinghorn to use his discretionary grant fund monies to a maximum of $353.10 to provide the Great Falls District Recreation Association go towards the purchase of 2 wasp wildfire protection kits. And further be resolved that this be charged to grants.
If I'll move that.
Second?
A little bit of an explanation. They had a wildfire day at Great Falls where they had, Manitoba Hydro's Fire Department come in with their equipment and show it off. They had our, emergency response coordinators, on site to give information. Conservation was on there. And they had collected some, donations from other areas like fire blankets and stuff like that. And I thought it would be quite appropriate if we had spare, of those WASP units to give them a couple to raffle off as well. So
Yeah.
I talked to Giselle about it and she said it sounded like it was a good idea. So I got 2 of them and we put it through as using my discretionary grant for
And
that.
that's what we pay is $353.
165 basically each kind of a deal.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So
I got
2 units in a box. So 2
Yeah.
boxes is 4 units.
No, was it 2 units?
There's one unit, is
One
it
unit.
2 in a box?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, I thought there was one, but
So I
whatever.
bought 2,
You bought-
so I got 4 for my
Okay.
house.
Okay,
I saw the exact same box in Costco for sale.
Yeah.
You said it's 160? I
165.
can't remember what the Costco one, but I believe that is a cheaper price, so the public can take advantage, it's cheaper than
We
Costco.
basically got the cost.
Yeah, I think they were charging 180 in Costco, right?
Yeah.
I remember thinking
Yeah.
it was $20.
so anyways, it went over really well. It was a pretty good day for me. So.
Yeah, and I think they're a good idea. So what is the ask here?
But the ask is just to use my discretionary funds in the amount of 353, whatever it was, to cover the cost of those 2
All
units
those in
for,
favor? Yep, carried.
thank you.
5.3, is that right?
Yeah,
We have a motion on that,
We didn't vote it, carried it.
No, well, I'm sorry.
Well, this one here,
Can you
Go
go on the
ahead, sorry.
resolution for a second? So you can see the agenda.
we need a mover and a seconder for,
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta read that before you pop that other thing up. 9.3 AMM June district meeting invitation.
Well,
And a seconder,
I'll second it.
Mac, Ken and Mac, the resolution reads, be it resolved that council of rural municipality of Alexander authorize. Whoever's gonna want to go to attend the AMM June district meeting being held on June 9th, 2026 at the St. Clemens Activity Center in Darrell, Manitoba. And be it further resolved that mileage and expenses be paid as per the rural municipality of Alexander indemnity bylaw.
you go, man.
Yeah.
We got over to secondary, any, who wants to go?
I'm going.
Mac
Okay.
and Ken? Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all those in favor, carried. Okay, now we're on 5.4, Bel Air Property Owners Association request for kayak rack placement.
That's the one I was referring to.
Mover and a seconder, so you, Gord, moving it?
Move it, yeah.
I'll second it. Any further discussion? Oh, I gotta read the resolution. Is be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of Alexander authorizing Bel Air Property Owners Association to construct a kayak rack in the Aiello Park on the following conditions, and that condition would be that,
Well, are there any conditions?
well, we have no
They
concern.
look after it, maintain it.
Yeah.
They concerns as long as they maintain, it, look
Got
after.
common sense, so.
They'll be responsible for no annual maintenance. Okay.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor, carried. 5.4, Bel Air Owners Association, no, we got that one. 5.5, Valley Fiber fiberization proposal administration building. And we've looked it up and fiberization is a word.
It is a word.
I'll second it.
Diane and Mac. This is vote. Be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of Alexander entered into an agreement with Valley Fiber for business, internet and phone service agreement. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor, carried.
For what it's worth, I would almost suggest get a TV hookup in there as well. That way, if we're having a situation where EDO or emergency response coordinator is in, it's an access for news and stuff like that kind of a deal, right? Alerts. all
Oh,
that kind of
we should get a smart TV so that we can add in.
Whatever,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. Okay.
5.6 handyman service agreement, Two Rivers Seniors Resources Council Incorporated.
No,
Got a mover and a second. Ken and Gord.
Yeah.
Be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of Alexander authorize the appropriate signing authorities of the rural municipality of Alexander to enter into an agreement with Two Rivers Handyman Town of Lactabani, RM of Lactabani, and LDG of Pinawa for the provision of year-round handy van service for Ward 4 of the rural municipality of Alexandria.
Just the correction should be LGD of Pinawa.
Chief. Yeah,
It's all kind
how
of.
come some are LG?
It's local government districts, actually,
Government district.
yeah, it shouldn't even be the acronym, it should be local government district.
Go ahead,
Just say,
go ahead, Diane.
Or this is just something that we do.
We've been doing this now for a number of years. I'm not sure what the usage is on it right now, but I know over the years we have had seniors that have needed transport to whatever, that they were getting picked up and brought home by the van kind of deal.
I didn't see anywhere how much it costs.
So
$1,000.
Thousand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not in there, yeah, it's $1,000,
Dollars a year.
it's included in our financial plan.
Go ahead, Kim.
Mac, you should get a hold of the transportation program at Victoria Beach, because Carol's on.
Yeah.
It's an excellent program. You take people to seniors to grocery shopping, doctor's appointments,
Yeah, that's-
and people, but
They do.
individuals that do it.
That's what they were
By
doing.
handy van.
Yeah.
And the people pay, like say, if I take somebody to Winnipeg, they give me $55. And then it's, I take give the mileage, and then the $55 comes off the mileage. It's all government, government paid. So it's a very, very good system. They had 360 calls or something like, don't quote me to yesterday's meeting, 269 calls or six, it's unbelievable how many they take to the doctor.
So this is the similar
It's
program.
the program.
They use the mobility disadvantage transportation program. is
Yeah.
What they use.
And it works very good. right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
any further discussion? Very none, call for the vote. All those in favor, carry.
Yeah, that's good.
5.7 resolution, June Eastern District meeting subject to proposed amendments to section 152 brackets 2 of the Municipal Act 2026.
I believe that.
I believe you need a mover and a second.
I'll move that.
Second.
Mac and Gore.
Yep.
How many pages is this one?
It's a couple.
Would you like,
Like,
Yeah.
It's just,
Okay.
it's just, I don't understand why we have to read every one of them.
the reason you should be reading each one is because you're recording the meeting, so the ones that are listening to the meeting should be able to hear the
You're right,
recording.
rather than
Yeah,
just see it over.
yeah. Same thing with our
It's meant to
Do
gallery.
you want me to read it?
Want me to read parts of it? Or
So maybe we can take turns.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Mac.
Okay, well, I'll start it off then.
Read
Whereas.
the whole thing if you're gonna start it off.
Whereas a recent decision of the Manitoba Court of King's Bench confirmed that section 152(2) of the Municipal Act authorizes the chair to direct that a person be removed from a council meeting if the person's conduct is at the meeting is improper, and whereas the authority to remove the person under section 152(2) applies to that meeting only, and a person so removed is otherwise permitted to attend subsequent council meetings, and whereas the municipal act does not provide a clear mechanism for councils to restrict attendance at council meetings beyond the removal authority set out in section 152(2). And whereas the council members are required to complete code of conduct training after each general election within a time period prescribed, and whereas and whereas incidents of improper conduct at council meetings
You missed it.
that I did,
The code of conduct part.
sorry.
Yeah.
Whereas the code of conduct establishes consequences for non-compliance up to and including removal from office in accordance with the applicable process, and whereas incidents of improper conduct at council meetings have increased in some communities, creating operational and safety concerns for council staff and the public, and whereas there is an absence of appropriate legislative tools as the last comprehensive review of the Municipal Act received royal assent on November 19th, 1996, which undermines effective governance, places municipal staff and elected officials at risk, and erodes public confidence in the ability of councils to conduct orderly and productive meetings. Now therefore be it resolved that the Association of Manitoba Municipalities lobby the province of Manitoba to renew and amend the Municipal Act as a whole, but with special in respect to section 152(2) to strengthen municipal authority to maintain order and safety at council meetings while respecting procedural fairness and the public's right to attend. And further be it resolved that such amendments include a graduated range of consequences for repeat offenders, including escalating consequences where an individual has a demonstrated pattern of improper conduct at council meetings. And further be it resolved that the province of Manitoba consider amendments that would allow council by resolution and subject to clear criteria and procedural safeguards to prohibit or ban an individual from attending council meetings for an extended period where documented history of repeated improper conduct exists.
That was a mouthful.
Yes, it will.
Well done. We've already got a mover and a second, or is there any discussion? Nope. Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor, carried.
Municipal and 5.8.
Waiting for, usually I'll get that little pointer that tells me where I am. There it is.
5/8.
5.8 municipal land for sale tender 2026. Do we have a mover and a
Yes,
seconder?
in my word, so I'll move it.
Second.
Mac and Ken. The resolution reads, whereas the RM of Alexander has received an expression of interest on property owned by the municipality, and whereas the property is deemed to be surplus by the municipality, now therefore be it resolved, the council of the RM of Alexander authorize administration to advertise the sale of property legally described as roll number 65143, 30 Poplar Avenue as per the municipal land sale policy with a reserve bid of, and that was going to be.
It is the
just under
assessment.
14, the
The current-
assessed value.
The current assessment value.
Right.
Is that going to include the water in that statement or in that resolution?
It was,
We had said, yeah, that it would include the
Water line.
connection, the water line connection,
Right.
to the curb stop.
yes. But it's in progress, right?
Okay,
So,
Well, it can read this way, and when you're putting it up to whoever the real estate agent is that has it, that can be discussed.
we have a sales agreement to that effect, yeah.
That can be added at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all those in favor, carried.
And I believe this, we will put the assessment value, but I believe it's 12,300 is the assessed value.
Okay, I thought you were saying it was 13 something.
I got my.
More in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you find the correct amount. Okay, later. But that is the ballpark.
Yeah.
5.9 Bel Air ATV Club request 2026. Mover and seconder,
Move it.
Gord and Ken. Excuse me, be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of Alexander approve the request of the Bel Air ATV Club to fix the undeveloped road allowance from Road 41 east towards the Bel Air Forest and Jackfish Creek. I'll move it.
No, I moved.
Oh, you moved it already? Good, good.
Ken seconded it.
Any
Yeah, we-
discussion?
We discussed this before.
They attended a meeting.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was here.
You're gonna do a good job.
Yeah.
No problem.
Where's that exactly again though? So if they're
Um,
going from
Well, you know
41,
the old golf course?
We'll go for it.
It's down that road. The beaches golf course?
okay,
we're by the school there.
Yeah, a mile north of the school.
okay.
After the
So
line
it'll
was
show us a picture right here.
Yeah,
I think
Jackfish, Liquor, yeah, it's that area, okay.
Over the mower and
Okay, any further discussion?
Board is not.
Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor?
Ken.
Carried.
Do well.
Okay, just another question, so that we do this. That book. If someone doesn't put their hand up, should I be asking, like,
You probably should say, yeah, make sure everyone,
anyone opposed? That's sustained.
No. no,
I'll ask you if I'm not gonna move.
What's that?
No, you'll tell.
I'll ask you.
Or you tell us.
I'll tell you.
no, put your hand up, they're all in favor,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
say. It's carried, probably. I just missed one person's hand going up, that's all I did. 510. Lac de Bonnie Branch Royal Canadian Legion Decoration Day Services 2026. This is, well, there's a resolution. Do I need a mover and a seconder?
I'll move it.
Second,
Matt and Diane. Resolution reads, be it resolved, Council of the RM of Alexander authorized Deputy Mayor Kinghorn to attend Lackawanna Branch Royal Canadian Legion Decoration Day service being held on Sunday, June 7th, 2026 at 1 p.m. in Lackawanna. And be it further resolved that mileage and expenses will be paid as per the rural municipality of Alexander and Denver bylaw. Move it.
No.
We already got over the second. Is there any discussion?
you already did.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Okay, we're doing this a little differently now, so it'll take a little bit of learning from all of us. No problem at all, board.
Okay, so I think everyone was in favor. I didn't.
I didn't take the vote yet. I just said, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all in favor, carry. Well, there you are. 511, Gull Lake Basin Management Board EPM Invitation 2026. I'll move in a second. Ken and Diane. Be it resolved that the Council of the RM of Alexander, can I just say RM of A? Be it resolved that the Council of the RM of A authorize
I'm going.
Ken and to attend the Gull Lake Basin Management Board Annual General Meeting being held on June 6th, 2026 at 10 a.m. at the Green Space on Stead Road and Ebrook. And be it further resolved that mileage and expense be paid as per rural municipality of Alexander and then new bylaw. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all those in favor, carry. If you're looking
It's
for your
outside of the
expenses, yes.
municipality.
Okay.
It's outside.
But they're going, you know.
Well, if you're putting in for your expenses,
Yeah.
you have to have that. 512 meeting date change. Got a mover in a second, or I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Board, be it resolved that the council of
What did,
RMA reschedule the June 9th governance meeting and regular council meeting to.
Either the 8th or the 11th, no, the 11th, I guess.
I'm gonna
Or
read
10th, I
this.
just said.
We'll fill that in a second when we're doing discussion. In order to accommodate the AMM Eastern District meeting scheduled for 9:30 a.m. in St. Clements. On that same
On same
day.
day.
Move it to the 10th.
Yeah, just move it one day at a finite most. I remember looking at my calendar.
Wednesday, no good for me.
Wednesday's no good for you?
Thursday, I'm flying out. Going to see.
I'll work on
grandkids,
this.
so Monday would work.
Monday will work.
It's a, is that
I know,
a
but Monday
or
will
anything?
work for you.
we'll make it
Monday's
work.
good.
So what, we're looking at what date here? June 9th?
Monday, June the 8th.
June 9th is when it is, moving it to the 8th.
That's not 10 o'clock.
So you'll have to put out the,
I will make it on the 8th.
You can't make it?
who all can make it on the 8th? Was there 4 of us on the 8th? And same thing on the 10th, probably.
Yeah.
Who can't make it on the 10th?
I can make it on the 10th, but not on.
You can't make it on the 10th, I don't think.
I can make,
10th.
you
Can
can.
you guys make it on
Wednesday, the Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I can be late. Okay, make it the 10th, I can be late, right?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
better
I leave early.
because they have to issue
Okay,
the,
okay, make it-
Yeah, that's better.
agendas. It'll be
yeah,
better
that's
than
better
be
for
the.
the office too, yeah.
Do you want to start it at 11 or start it at 1 instead of,
Make it 10:30.
Right.
I think work, I have to go, hold it, give me a second. Wednesdays.
We're gonna make it 11.
11.
Okay,
is that governance? And,
yeah, be
Yeah.
governance.
oh, well,
why don't we just cancel
Yeah.
governments and then
we just have.
We'll make it at 10 and I can mess with it, that's all.
Okay,
make what? Yeah, you can miss.
Make it 10 o'clock, yeah.
And that's better if we don't change the time, we're already changing the date, but
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
as least confusing as possible. So the date would be the 10th,
10th at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
And our meeting's at 1.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all those in favor. Carried.
10th it is. Yeah.
I gotta change that, I'm gonna have to hang on here, so I'll change it now. This is.
No, I'm not. Do that. Some people have that legal.
I know.
Oh,
Concur.
just be a second.
That's one way, oh. For the Gull Lake meeting, they'll probably talk about the gravel too,
Well, I'm sure.
and I wanna say, sorry guys, everybody can hear this, we're gonna be here for the next 25 years. Or make it 30.
There's a bit of a plan in place to move away from that east wall.
Yeah, once we get in further, yeah, we got better. Yeah.
We are at 513 East Beaches Social Scene Golf Tournament. Sponsored.
Give you a chance.
Sure, go ahead.
Be it resolved.
First of all, sorry, we gotta get a move in a second, I'm sorry.
Second.
Not in the.
Asking
Go
for
ahead,
it.
Cory.
Be it resolved that the council of the Arm Bay authorize council to use their discretionary grant fund monies to a maximum to provide funding to the East Beaches Social Scene for sponsorship of their annual golf tournament as follows. And be it further advised that this be charged to grants, and be it further resolved that the council of the Arm of Alexander authorize whoever wishes to go to attend the East Beaches Social Scene Golf Tournament being held on May the 23rd at Victoria Beach Golf Course. And be it further advised that mileage and expenses be paid as per the indemnity bylaw.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, so first of all, the question is,
What did we
would you
do
like
last?
to
What did we do
give them a
last year?
grant? This is the first one.
Just in the whole,
They haven't had, this is their first golf tournament.
This is the first one. I'll
So if you
second
read
that.
the, you can pull up the,
So how much is it to play if you sponsor?
minimum of 150 sponsor hole.
But that doesn't include your players. So if you have 4 players, what is the cost?
There is,
This is just your sponsoring.
yeah, this is just for sponsoring.
This is sponsorship.
No, it's also for attending the golf tournament. We further resolved that the council of the RF of Alexander
yeah.
authorized blank to attend.
but the letter refers to sponsorship.
But you need to know what the cost is.
They're just saying, she sent me an email asking me to come. Please accept their invitation to attend the following fundraising events at East Beaches Social Scene, May 23rd golf tournament in banquet.
We just sponsor a
It
hole.
doesn't say how much though.
$50 each.
It's up on the screen behind you, council, and over here.
But doesn't
That's
say
just
how
for-
much it is.
Doesn't
right?
say, I'm saying I'll put a team in and hopefully there'll be other counselors that will want to come and golf with me, but if not, I can fill a team.
That information wasn't provided to us.
East Beaches Social Scene Golf Tournament, $80 per person
And this what?
for banquet.
80?
80 for 4, so 320 plus 150.
470.
$200 each, it's $500, and then you can put it towards the banquet or something.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, so it'll be, Gordon, are you okay with that too?
$100 each.
$100 each, yeah, I have no problem with that, yep.
If you golf, you should come.
I'm not much of a.
Well, that would include putting in a team.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, for $80 each.
Like to come.
320 plus if you do a whole sponsor, then you're talking about 420, 470 for 500 is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
We have represented the RM at a golf tournament
Yeah.
before. Would you be interested in that?
I will be away.
Okay, Jocelyn,
She'll figure.
it's only 9 holes and it's just for fun. It's not.
Texas grant.
And it's to meet people in the area. So it'd be a great time to do that for you too. You get back to me. I don't know if either of you guys golf.
No, I'm good.
Would you like to go on that with us?
Sure.
So it'd be you and me, and if you would like to come, let me know as soon as you can, because I will have to have, it's on the 23rd, which is right away. So I'll have to get 1 or 2 other people to go for this. Anyway, so just the 2 names on there. Is there any further discussion?
So the grant would be $500. You're doing $100, okay.
Grant?
The grant, that'd be inclusive of the fee.
$100 for each of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all those in favor.
Yep.
Carried.
Right.
5.14 hydro letter 2026.
Yeah, this is what I mentioned about, twice now in the past year and a half. The fires at Fort Alexander, and we end up changing the transformer and we're out 8 to 10 hours or longer. And, send a letter to, either we send a resolution to Manitoba Hydro with a copy to Victoria Beach and St. Clements to, do the same thing, to see if they can hook us up in both ways. Grand Beach Way and, or I don't know if they call it,
Yeah, there's two
this
ways,
is probably right by my place.
there's two feeds that come in, and I know it used to go to the virtual.
It used to come both ways, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But so if you wanted a dual feed going in there, so you're fed from two sources.
From two,
So if there's one breakdown on one, they can switch the lines, so
8,500 of us out on that for the whole day because of a breakdown in Fort Alexander. Doesn't make any sense.
well, anywhere, either on the other line too.
And if it's down the other way, we kill everybody on this side, so.
So, if the power goes out on one, does Manitoba Hydro have to come and
They
switch?
switch it over as
Yeah,
far
they
as
can
they
switch it
go.
over, yeah.
They would have to physically come.
It takes
switch.
some,
Yeah,
maybe I'm simplifying it, but it's like 10 minutes if they were standing right there.
But if they're not, they
Like
have to
saturation
respond,
back?
right?
yes, yeah.
It's a switch.
Okay, no, but they still have to attend the site.
Yeah, so it could take a couple of hours
Yeah.
rather than 12 to 24 hours.
Okay.
Remember, there's, Victoria, there's 4 businesses there, right?
Yeah.
Blair, Grand Beach, well, 2 businesses in Grand Beach is, Albert Beach.
Okay.
Hillside Beach, all these stores are out for 10, 12 hours, and that's, and, plus, the store by my place, that's all out of business, you know, and everybody's losing money because
Well,
of it.
essentially, you're going, we should have a resolution to direct administration.
Okay, make up a resolution, I'll move it.
And the guys that worked at Hydro, they knew how important it was. They used to switch it.
Yeah, okay,
And,
It's not that difficult to do it.
and everybody else was on that street at least.
okay, so,
You had a question, Jocelyn?
No, I have a proposed,
you had proposed resolution.
be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of Alexander direct administration to send a letter to Manitoba Hydro regarding switching lines due to outages in the beaches area.
Ken was moving that.
Is that what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll second it. Is that what you want the resolution to be, Susan?
or do you want to say to request a dual feed line?
I think it's there already.
Yeah.
Maybe an explanation of what's there to start with,
Okay,
and
yeah,
then see if there is something missing, and then.
yeah.
Cause I don't know why they didn't flip it the last time. We're out to 12 hours and our.
I didn't know either.
Well, the letter that accompanies the resolution can state that, you don't need to have everything
Yeah,
in there.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we got a mover seconder, a basic resolution, and any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor, carried. Unanimous.
Okay.
I'm just, keep going, something more.
Yeah, I think it's there, and maybe there's just a breakdown on who's working there right now, and they forgot to go and flip the switch.
There were multiple outages, though, it wasn't just the reserve
Yeah,
outages up fall, which could have affected that switch.
same date, but they also said on the internet that the power would be back up at 10 in the morning, and I think it was around 30. And so they could have come and flipped the switch. There was.
I'm not gonna say it.
That's-
Yeah.
I think maybe there's just a breakdown. They forgot that they have that dual feed in our area that would make everybody happy. And I don't mean just happy.
Well, I don't know if Hank remembers or not, but it was about 10, 12 years ago. They had ran a second line that runs all the way along 313 and goes up in there now, up into our area now, whereas before it was fed coming up Channel Drive and that way. And we used to have outages like it was going out of style, and they put that new feed in there, and outages almost disappeared until the last year or two. Now they're starting to come back again.
Yeah, just last year or two.
Yeah.
Not sure what's up.
Maybe need that Davy tree in there again.
Mm-hmm.
When they cleared all our bushes out. Well, at Bel Air, this is 20 years ago, but as soon as they cleared it out, they went from like going down once to 4 times a month, once to 4 times a year. So it is important to keep the trees off those lines. Are we waiting for Ken to come back or we?
No, they said,
Have to go ahead, Phil.
Are we at 6.1 or 6 is personal and policy? Point 1 is our CAO's report for 2026.
I move the adoption of the
Well,
report.
it's seconded.
okay,
Be it resolved, council.
well, sorry, would you like me to read my
Read that
report?
First, what this
Yeah.
is, and then
Certainly.
what we're first thing and second. Be it resolved that the council of the RM of Alexander received the administrative reports. Discussion, go right ahead.
Okay, so, the 2024 audit was recently completed. But the auditor went straight to the 2025 audit, which we were very happy about. Most of the documentation has been submitted. There's still a few outstanding items, like, we're still waiting for the.
25 is almost done.
Yeah, we're waiting for the planning district's financial statements, which I understand will be presented at your May
What was,
27th
what
meeting.
was the reason that they fell down on the 24th?
He didn't really give me an answer.
Well, it's good he's back on the ball because that was the first one
Yeah.
we were a couple days late on or something for 2024.
We were very late.
Very late.
So also we now, our incoming public works manager, Dan Lavoy, began his employment on May the 5th. He's here. And our Poplar Ave Water Co-op water line extension, the public hearing was held and there were no objections to that plan.
Objection.
Essentially, we're providing water to 23 lots.
We're
there
quite
are-
excited about it.
And they're very happy about it. So now it's been sent to the municipal board for approval, because you gave it first reading. It'll go to municipal board for approval. Once we receive that approval, we will give a second and third reading, and then Water Services Board will start the project
So
management.
when you say second and third, second, and if there's no more objections at that time, it's been right and third.
Second and third reading of the
But
bylaw.
if we get objections at the second reading, how long do we have to wait or do we just?
Well,
see?
The opportunity for objections ends at the public hearing. Right? If they-
It's been held.
They're usually, we give them notice 21 days before the hearing. If they want to object before the hearing, in writing, we would receive the objections, letters of
And
objections.
now is actually the time where they would be doing that.
They can't object anymore. So the public hearing was their opportunity to object. So now it's done. I've had inquiries since then with a couple of vacant lot owners, and they're quite happy with the whole project. I'm expecting that to be done by late summer to early fall. Be done, if all goes well. There are our employment updates. Our civil engineer did give notice. May 15th was going to be the last day. However, that may be extended by a week.
Is that family?
Yes.
Really?
She may have found greener path.
Yeah. Our finance officer did return to work yesterday, May the 11th, on a part-time basis. And will eventually be back to full-time probably by midsummer.
And how is she feeling? Pretty good?
Yes.
I ran into her in safe pit, Campbell's and Loch Bonnie, about a week and a half ago. She looked really good. She was excited to be coming back to work.
Quite a bit.
The municipal building, questions to be compiled from council, which did occur. We'll wait for the next stage of that. CAO in transition, Councillor incoming CAO Jocelyn really is here for her second council meeting. This is,
Ready to quit after today? I would be.
we've been actually a lot of the, we were working a lot on current and active project files. Jocelyn has taken on a lot of the bylaw review and policy review that they were in my to-do file, but she's a whiz at bylaw and policy review and preparing those, so I'm very appreciative of that. She's also begun touring the municipality to familiarize herself with ongoing issues and areas of concern. Upcoming meetings, we have our May 26th, 10 a.m. regular council meeting. June 9th is our AMM Eastern District meeting,
Move to the 10th.
and then June 10th now will be the governance meeting and regular council meeting.
Are you coming to that meeting? Just.
The June 9th one, yeah. So the Public Works highlights, our Public Works, incoming Public Works manager to prepare a brief report which is attached as well. I don't know if you'd like to
I
expand on
think,
that.
I think Matt had
Dan,
a
or-
question for you first.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go back to number 4, I believe Emily is identified wrongly. She should be the civil engineering.
Tech,
Tech.
tech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Engineering clerk. Tech.
well, is it technologist?
Technologist, not
Technologist,
Yes, she's not. Well, another 2 weeks or something. And she's extended her 2 weeks by another week, I think.
Oh.
It's not my place to say, you wanna say anything or no?
Being recorded, guys.
Yes, no,
No, she just made a decision to move on and do a different career path and have to.
Good for her. She got a cushion ground.
great job here, make sure you pass that on to her too, and,
Almost daily. Yeah, she's gonna be missed.
well, we think she's done a great job too, so let her know that.
Yeah.
Because if she decides she wants to stay close to home. Back and revisit this place. Oh. Doing very good.
And again, I note the Public Works highlights, the incoming Public Works manager did provide some, notes as to what's going on. I don't know if you want to expand on those or you could.
Pretty self-explanatory for everything that you have been doing.
For me,
It's pretty self-explanatory, it's just regular spring cleanup, nothing continuing on. We did receive the new tractor and mower.
and a grader. Well, I guess that was at our last meeting.
That would have been part of your last meeting, yeah,
Yeah.
before I got here, so. Yeah, just regular spring cleanup.
Well, good, thank you very much for your report. Go ahead,
And I'll just expand on mine, sorry. So I'll be away for the next 2 weeks, starting next week. I will be working from home and I will join the meeting on May 26th virtually, just so Jocelyn will be essentially in driver's seat, so.
okay,
I got a question. Dan's excavating was working at Traverse Bay dump.
Yep.
Okay, now. Was he working for us?
Yes, yeah, we do that every year, every spring, every fall at all the landfills. We
Okay,
have to go
so we
back,
send them in, okay.
yeah, we're going to Coral Falls.
Okay, I'm just curious because it was pretty bad there for, I thought we were using them to do once a week or every time the garbage.
No,
Okay, I'm just curious.
was
Okay.
it good taking the metal away or something?
no, we
No.
did a clean up basically of the
You did a good job.
landfill area, the brush area, and over the weekend it was built back up again.
Is his equipment any good, working there at 11? Traverse Bay, or is it all?
It was working last time I was in there, but it's
Contracts are up
sporadic.
31st, so that's the time to
Mhm.
make your changes and they.
December 31st. Are we rebidding it or are we looking?
You
What
should.
are you looking at?
Oh, you could be doing that in the fall.
Or in anticipation, right?
July, you should probably start. June, July, put it out there that, the contracts are ending and this is whatever it is you're looking for.
Who's gonna be looking after that, Jocelyn or?
No, that's the Public Works side.
Yeah, but oversight wise comes to me.
Yeah. So you guys know it's coming. There you go.
However, it should be easier for you, Dan, because Jay has done a fantastic job of doing this the last few times the contracts have been done, so wherever he hid his draft, templates, you know.
Yeah.
It's all in the head.
Most of it is. A lot of it is, yeah. The other day, I'm not a paper guy, well, I'm a computer guy, I'm not techie. Everything I know sadly is here, most of
Well, the good news is,
it. I'm gonna suffer for it.
Jay, I've asked Jay the question. He is a guy that's been here for 37, I think you said now.
37 plus.
And he loves this area, and if you gave him a phone call, probably in 3 years from now, he'd be willing to
I'm sure he'll
answer your
be-
question.
Or I could be calling when I see something that's not right.
Yeah, for sure. We'd like to hear from you too on that.
Won't be, no, I won't be that.
Well, we won't hear about it.
I'll hear. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I hope we can maintain a relationship like that.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice for the RM.
Ready for the question?
Are we ready for the question? All those in favor? Carried. Thank you for your reports. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Good job.
yes.
Keep up the good
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
6.2 policy per 008, conference and events attendance policy. We need a mover and seconder.
I can move that.
Second, that be it resolved, the council of the RM of Alexander approved municipal policy PER 008 as presented, being the rural municipal of Alexander conference and events attendance policy.
Did you change anything really?
Yes.
in that?
Yes, yeah. Oh, I've got a question.
We'll finish your question.
Yeah, what,
So,
when I
so,
went through it, I'm not pretty sure.
so I'll say this was Jocelyn's project. And
Oh.
so,
Oh,
I-
there you go.
the policy, well, no, but I mean, we felt that a policy.
Yep.
It was on my list of policies that really needed
Okay.
to have attention.
This is good that we're having an overlap because all the problems you're looking after that are taking you away from all these kinds of things, Jocelyn taking
This
care
was,
of.
yeah, it was on my
Things
list.
are
and
coming
so-
up, she's hammering them down, it looks like, this is great.
She is, and so she did an excellent job creating this policy. We reviewed it together, but I think she can probably speak to it though.
So a lot of what we found in some of your older policies that you just don't get to for a long time and we should review probably at least every 5 years. They become non-relevant. So in the case of this one, earlier today in this meeting, you approved being able to go to the district meeting. But it's your job to attend AMM type events for lobbying where it works to the advantage of lobbying for your ratepayers. So
Right,
the first attendance is, the Association of Manitoba Municipalities Spring and Fall Convention. And that would include then the district meetings of those kind of things, right? So it just means you don't have to bring everything here. It's laid out for you, especially with an incoming council coming in. And then it also lays out what's applicable for administration so that you know what administration is going to or not going to. And
I noticed one thing in there, it said
I had a question.
for the not the FCM.
Yeah.
That's one mayor and one councillor. Not
That-
all like it's been in the past.
so the reason the recommendation is coming forward for that is because
They're getting
FCM,
crazy prices now,
yeah, they're.
and none of
attended-
us went this year,
Yeah.
or
They're
none of us are
attended
going
meetings.
this year.
I mean, there can be exceptions to a policy made by council, they're your policies.
Yeah, okay,
At a meeting, so if they're holding FCM in Winnipeg, different
all of us can go, yeah.
Then you just do a resolution
to
to,
ignore policy as
Right.
per the specific
Okay,
circumstances of.
that sounds very reasonable. Edmonton was, I don't wanna say out of line, but they were very high prices, and when I saw
Between
$600 a night for a
900 for a
hotel, I
hotel.
said, I'm out.
Yeah.
yeah, the whole town's going.
Taxpayers don't need to pay for that. Ken, you got a question?
Yes, I do.
Here's Halifax.
Yeah,
I guess I do. If we're doing this to save money, I don't like it, okay?
No,
Because,
We're not doing it the same money.
good, okay, and right now. If you would take us back to the last AMM convention and we all went and we all go to these conferences. We were the center of the topic at our last convention.
Yeah.
And I sent everybody, I'll get back to you on, I'll make sure you get that. I sent everybody a note the other day about the trouble that we're all having in Canada. I thought it was only Manitoba, but it's right across Canada. And what I would like to see is with that FCM convention at discretion, it's at the discretion of council.
all.
That's what I'd like to see it read, okay, so, and because like, say, if it's in Winnipeg, like I talked to the FCM girl in Ottawa regarding this one in Edmonton. I was going up to the last minute, I couldn't get a room to start with, and then we did find a room a half hour away or 45 minutes away, and I was really annoyed at them. And so I phoned Ottawa and I complained to her. I said, listen, I said, you took two hotels. And I said, that only accommodates about half of us going to the convention. And I said, you're expensive as hell. And I said, it's very, very unorganized. So she says, are you gonna come to Halifax next year? I said, yes, I am. She says, I'm gonna put your name down. I said, but I want you to be organized. I said, we'll be organized. We'll get the room, but I want you to make sure there's enough room for everybody to go to this convention. Like, we wanna be right within walking distance,
Mhm.
not a half hour driving. Right?
So this policy is just your minimum, so that you know, who's gonna go to FCM does not necessarily have to be, if there's only the mayor or deputy and one counselor wants to go, it doesn't need to come for a resolution. You have a policy that approves it.
Fair.
But if more
You
want
don't
to
have-
go, then you
then
can
it
have.
becomes
Okay,
resolution.
so it'll still be the discretion of the mayor.
Yeah.
Council. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all I was
Right.
concerned about, yeah, okay.
Good job.
We're trying to limit your time in council
And
meetings.
Diane, you missed a good convention, because we were the center of attraction at the last
I saw it
conference.
on the news.
Yeah.
Yes, we were on the news and everything else, you know,
How many of us were on the news?
and I'll tell you, we met, between Mac and myself and whoever was there, Giselle, we met so many new counselors, you couldn't walk a block or 10 feet with somebody talking to you about it, you know, and then you listen, hey, you know, we sort of have the same problem in our, you know, so I'm glad everything came out in the open now, so this is gonna come to a head at the AMM in November, October, when our convention's there, so I just wanted to bring everybody's attention.
So
I'm gonna,
further to this policy, I will note that
Question.
the RM of elected body just recently passed a similar
Yeah.
policy. As well as the RM of Piney, so a lot of municipalities are. Moving with these kind of policies to make,
okay, yeah,
to alleviate and
yeah, I can do
and
that.
council decisions.
And I would also say, Ken, I know what you're saying, but at the same time, there's no way I was gonna go to Edmonton when it was $600 a night for a room. That's the.
Well, that's just it, but if everybody folds the Ottawa FCM and say,
Let them.
listen, guys, let's get hotels that we can afford. Like we can't afford to come to your convention, even though we want to, you know, so, and I think if we all sent them a letter, you know, to that effect, then the things will be changing.
Right.
Okay, sorry, let's keep up, yeah.
Ms. Jocelyn,
I was just gonna clarify, mainly because I know the prices of hotels in Edmonton quite clearly.
Calgary was nowhere near that.
Well, yeah, but when you have a full convention of people from right across the country coming in, if you're, let's say, at the Hotel McDonald, which is a Fairmont hotel, on a regular night, it's $320. The moment FCM booked, they went to $1,300.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and that had nothing to do with FCM. That's
Hotel.
it's the hotel industry taking advantage of supply and demand.
Hotel
So,
policy is there, but you can't do that in Manitoba.
no,
You can't do that. You have what your room is, and you don't notice it here, but when you go into the States, they'll say what their room rate is per night. It's $1,000
Yeah.
on the door. And then they say, well, if, right now we've got it on a discount, it's only $200 a night. But that's how they cover themselves when they say we're going to regular price now.
Yeah.
But
I'm, will we vote on it yet?
I think Diane had a question.
I'm not sure if it was ever part of the policy, but I know at one point, particularly when I was first elected, and that's many, many years ago, there used to be, a section where if you did attend a conference or you went to a seminar, particularly a conference, you were expected to report to council. I know as a new counselor, I really did appreciate hearing what other people were learning
I
when
remember
they
that,
attended
yeah.
these different, and council even had a particular slot at each meeting where you could report,
Yeah.
particularly if there was something that was important to council as a whole, about a particular meeting you were sent to represent council.
well, if you're appointed to a committee.
Yeah.
Then you could report back to council, hey, I went to this meeting, you go to the annual
Yeah.
association meetings. I attended the Albert Beach or whatever.
Yeah.
Meeting, this, what they were
So
concerned.
I don't know if it can become part of the policy, but particularly when you have new people who get elected. And they're amongst a group of seasoned politicians sitting around the table, they might be a little intimidated. It would be a way of them being able to find out more about what a counselor's role or job is. So I'm just saying it, maybe that would be something that doesn't need to be policy, but could be introduced.
To be part of the agenda.
organization, yeah, we can incorporate it with the organization.
Yeah. Yeah, we can put that on the organizational bylaw.
I don't know if that's
That
something
becomes
you would
standing
want to
agenda
do
item.
for.
Yeah.
Next,
I wouldn't mind doing, but we'd have to have a time limit of 2.5 minutes for each one.
Yeah.
Because some of us can like, no, I can go babbling on for 25 minutes, so. So we
No,
put a time.
Or maybe it's, you deal with that at the governance meeting,
Yeah.
possibly?
Committee reports
That's a good
or, yeah,
idea, Yeah.
yeah,
Good
so
idea.
we could include that with the organizational bylaw.
Because we tend to take a lot for granted because we've been here for so long,
Yeah.
but for new people coming in, it would be useful for
I
them
think that's actually-
to get that feedback.
I agree.
Would it, would back, yeah, Jocelyn, would it be, under your section 2 of council conference attendance approvals to add in, after the FCM conference, and then a new sentence, subject to variance by resolution of council? Just so that it doesn't like, make it look like this is it and that's all it is, kind of a deal?
Uh,
I think that's.
yes, we can,
You know,
or we
but that way
can put
then
a
if it-
disclaimer at the bottom, of course, all policies.
But no, I know,
are
but
subject
it's
to
like
variance by
everything else is good, the way that it's written, but it's just this one for the FCM, because some of the council, or some of the conferences that I've been to with FCM have been phenomenal, like what I've learned from them have been great. And I wouldn't want to be a situation where something comes up and it goes, oh no, it reads, this is it, you get the mayor and one counselor kind of a deal. So it
And
was
actually,
just,
the next one, it's gonna be a big one,
Yeah.
just like our
Yeah.
AMM, our AMM was.
Yeah.
For passing bylaws about violence.
That's the one, yeah, that's
But it was
that's
just-
what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, I can,
Just
I
like
can put in a,
subject to variance by council resolution kind of a thing, so that
yeah,
if we want to send more, there's your way out kind of a deal, that's all.
But if you put that in there, everything right now basically is object, so.
I know, but if you read, if you read the way it is, it's pretty hard and fast. It says it's the mayor and one counselor to the annual FCM, that's it. You know, this way it gives us the discretion to,
You can alternate as well. There are organizations.
A lot of them alternate, they only permit two to go each.
Yeah.
Time.
Anyway, any further discussion? Hearing none, call for the vote, all those in favor? Carried. We're in 7, protective services. Point 1 is PBLE designated officers. It looks like a lot of new people on this list.
I don't think you have to read all the names, but I think you should read the top part.
We don't have a mover and seconder yet.
Oh, I can move that.
seconded.
Board and Matt. Be it resolved, the rural municipality of Alexander appoints the following Prairie by law enforcement limited personnel as designated officers in order to provide bylaw enforcement for the rural municipality of Alexander for 2025 as per agreement between the rural municipality of Alexander and Prairie Bylaw Enforcement Limited. And I am not gonna read the
It
names.
should say for 2026, by the way.
Is there for 2025, yeah, 2026. And the only question I have, the only question I have is like these guys are all checked, like it looks like a lot of new names on there. They're all, they appear to be, these guys are peace officers for the province.
No,
No,
So
they're bylaw
there's no
enforcement officers.
rigorous thing that they're going through to see if
They'd
they're.
have, they'd have to
they're
do.
bylaw enforcement officers.
We don't,
So
yeah,
they do a criminal check, like just like the taxi cab board or something.
well, I mean, I'm assuming that's how Dave runs his business.
Can we ask that question, please? Because I don't know who we're approving that.
So
I
not,
think there
in-
should
yeah, I
be some
think it's in
rigorous
our agreement.
thing that they have to go
I think it's in our agreement that we have for Prairie bylaw, that they're all.
criminal background check. I
And,
would think, yeah,
Let's just double check that.
yeah, double check and let us know, please, if you can.
okay,
But if they are, is there any further discussion? No. Call for the vote, all those in favor. I just want to say, as long as they are all criminal
If
background.
you're on the right side of the law, that's fine.
If they're not.
I can't see him not.
No, he's a retired city policeman.
Yeah.
Okay, just for you.
For me,
Just.
oh, is it me again?
Yep.
Yeah, I have a conflict of interest, I have to leave.
What hand, you didn't do the vote.
Oh, sorry. Any further discussion on that list of people? No, I hear none, call for the vote, all those in favor. No, now I have a conflict of interest, I have to leave.
I thought we had done that.
Yeah, we did it twice just to make sure.
Oh, somebody told me to do it.
We'll get advice from them for next year.
Just like to take her advice.
Okay.
Okay, it's,
Yes, read it.
Hillside Garden Property Holdings, and it's be it resolved that the Council of the Arm of Alexander authorized the appropriate signing authorities of the municipality to enter into and sign in the development agreement between the Arm of Alexander and Hillside Garden Property Holdings Incorporated for the development of subdivision file 4600-25-7823 on the following conditions. The drainage plan, after review by our municipal engineer and submission accepted by be incorporated into the development agreement. And two, the description of capital levies, administration fees and letter of credit amounts be incorporated into the development agreement. I need a
Isn't that
mover
what
in
we
this.
discussed earlier, but it has to be in that?
I'll move it.
Okay, I need a second.
I can second that, yeah.
Gord seconds it.
Yeah.
You got a question?
No, I was just saying, that's what we,
Yeah.
had discussed earlier, that it has to incorporate in because
Yes.
it's part of the whole.
Yes, for the whole thing.
Okay.
For any further discussion? Okay,
No, I'm moving.
you're voting. Then I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Carried.
Okay.
Perfect. That was easy.
Okay, John.
You can time on in back, Jack.
I thought we were finished, we've got a couple more.
Just a couple.
Hey,
Already went.
He just did the phone.
Okay, so we're at the goal of one.
12.1. Bylaw 726. Behavioral bylaw 2026.
I'll move.
Seconder,
Well,
Diane and Matt. Be it resolved, the Council of RMLD gives bylaw 0726 being a bylaw of the Rural Municipality of Alexander to provide for the regulation of public order first reading. Any discussion? No. Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor? Carried.
that's just first reading, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Diane.
That copy is available on our website for anybody who wants to see it.
Maybe you should say that a little louder, just for the lake. I don't know if we can hear you.
For anybody wanting to see the first
The
reading.
documents
The
really
document,
released. Yeah.
it is available on our website.
Right.
Not first reading.
It'll be in the agenda.
Yes,
Yeah.
once we release them after council receives them, they will be released.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now. We're on 12.11.
Mhm.
Yeah.
12.1.1 bylaw 0926 designated officer bylaw. 2026, be it resolved, we need a mover and seconder.
I can move that one.
Gord and
Second.
Mac, be it resolved, the Council of the RMLD gives bylaw 0926 being a bylaw of the RMLD to establish designated officer positions first reading. Any discussion? Nope. Hearing none, call for the vote. All those in favor? Carried.
Sit.
That it? Do we have anything for Candy? No.
You got another
Oh,
one?
and move we adjourn. Nobody.
Was that one on there?
Oh, I can second that, sorry.
Is that everything? Is that everything?
We missed one. Oh, one.
No, we did it. We just did it.
That's what we just did.
Oh, there was two of them.
No, it's just, one is the summary sheet, the other are decisions.
I got 12.1 and then 12.11.
Okay.
Okay, so I moved it. Who seconded it for adjournment?
I seconded it.
We're done. Thanks very much for attending today, everyone.
At 2:30.
Appreciate it.